Okay, today I want to get into a topic that's a little bit personal for me. If you've ever had a feeling like something feels off at work, fewer meetings, less one-on-ones with your boss, people avoiding eye contact, something's off. Okay, today I want to talk about signs you're about to get fired. You're probably telling yourself, "Oh, I think I'm overthinking. I always overthink." The thing is, you're probably not. You're good at picking up patterns and you're picking up this pattern. The first thought people have when talking about getting laid off or getting fired is, oh, I might have messed up. What did I do? What caused this? My performance wasn't good enough. The truth is that a lot of these decisions are happening extremely quietly behind the scenes, and there's just no way to anticipate them because it's by design, it's quietly happening. And by the time you notice something's off, there's a high chance there's things already in motion. So if you feel something, there's a high chance it's happening. My sisters make fun of me that I have all my old white man sayings. Um, but in this one, I'm thinking of that one that's like, if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So sign one. Somebody in power is intimidated by you. And you're gonna know there are tells. They'll ask condescending questions. They'll speak for you. They'll project what you're thinking. They'll try and like read your face and say, "Oh, Jessica's thinking this. Of course she is." When in reality you didn't even say anything. Things like that, it's intimidation. You may be thinking, "Oh, this person is new. They're just adjusting to me." The problem is that if they're already acting like this, they're not giving you a chance anymore to say your thoughts. They're speaking for you. At this point, they've already formed an opinion about you, and it's kind of hard for that to change. It can change. I'll be the first to say that it can. But it's good for you to be aware that they've already formed an opinion about you. That is hard to change. Second sign, you're no longer being included in critical conversations, things that have to do with your role, your department. You're not invited to meetings. Critical decisions that affect you are being made without you in the room. And you're being told what to do instead of people coming to you asking for your input. It may have been in the past your input was so important, your input mattered, but now these signs are pointing to they're getting used to operating without you. The third sign, and the biggest one, and if you're noticing the sign, it's things are happening already. I'm sorry. Somebody in HR, somebody in finance, payroll, they're acting weird. They're acting shifty. They're avoiding eye contact, avoiding you. They're the people that are critical to the process of firing or being laid off. So they know they're involved, but of course, the nature of their role, they can't say anything. It's part of their job to not say anything. So I wouldn't hold it against them, obviously, even if they're your friend, but just know that this is a major, major red flag. And at this point, the timeline's already started. It's already in motion. It could happen later today. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen in a month. Just remember, it's not. At this point, there's very little within your control, so you have to move fast. The tough pill to swallow is that you can be the best performer, the hardest worker, but none of it matters if people in power or even one person in power doesn't like you. All big decisions like this come from the top. So just remember that even you're not, no matter how much I wish it were this way, we are not evaluated by our performance, by the metrics that we complete, by budget that we save. You're evaluated by how you're perceived. It's all about perception versus performance, and it has to be a really critical balance. So now I have the signs. What do I do? It depends. So one of two things. One, if you realize that the signs are happening and you have this pattern of toxic behavior, that's one path. So I'll cover that first. And second is if it's not toxic, it's more just strictly budgetary. That's another topic. So, okay, path one. If it is toxic, if you saw my previous video, you would have already at this point been documenting toxic behaviors, weird interactions that are like racially motivated, sexually motivated. You would have been documenting everything. Um, Depending on where you are in the timeline that I just mentioned or the signs that you've seen, as soon as you see one of the signs, email HR, copy yourself to your personal email. This one is I wish what I had done. Consider reaching out for legal advice while you're still employed. All of this, obviously, do it while you're still employed if you caught it early. And of course, maintain your cool. If you're not dealing with any sort of toxic behavior that you've been noticing, and it's strictly just budgetary or whatever else, basically don't panic. For both situations, realize it's out of your control. You can only control very little, so don't panic. Start applying aggressively. And you didn't hear it from me, but I would even apply during the workday, to be honest, because at that point, your good work didn't matter, so your bad work or non work is not going to matter. But for legal reasons, you didn't hear it from me. That's a joke for entertainment purposes only. And finally, start working aggressively or networking. Start networking aggressively. Make sure you're reaching out to people that you used to know from past jobs, friends from college that are in certain companies that are hiring. Update your resume, all that jazz. Just be a lot more aggressive and selfish with your time. The one thing not to do, please do not confront anybody. Do not confront your boss. Do not confront HR. Do not confront your friends that are managers. No one can help you if everything's already in motion. And you just don't want to put people in that position where the system's too big, even if people want to, a lot of times it's not within their control to help you. So just remember, people get laid off all the time. This is nothing to reflect on your performance, on your intelligence. It doesn't define you. I know, I mean, obviously I went through it. Easier said than done, right? But no matter how long it takes, just keep repeating that to yourself. It doesn't define me. If you did nothing wrong, all you can do is leave it up to karma. And this is a good chance for growth, internal growth. Now, the other side, where I didn't really cover today, but I guess we can cover another time, is if you did do something wrong, maybe you did mess up. Well, this is also a chance for growth. You can learn how to make amends and keep growing. And it's very admirable. People, very admirable when people recognize what they did wrong and own up to it and grow. So, no matter what, think of this as a growth opportunity and try not to let it get you down for too long. Obviously, it's okay if you want to go out and like blow off some steam, but try not to stay in that phase for too long. Focus on what you can control, not what's already been decided. What's one piece of advice you would give to your friend? I'd be curious to know. Asking for a friend, just kidding. I went through this in January and well, needless to say, I'm still going through it. Um, and I would be open to talking more about it if people want. But yeah, I'd be curious to know what you guys would tell your friends. And yeah, follow for more workplace insight, more real conversations about the workplace. We're gonna cover it all.